Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has said that Nigeria must shift from consumption to production if the country must attain greatness. And these are the words of Peter Obi. And you begin to ask yourself, then what has been happening since 2015? They told us diversification, diversification. Up till now, they have not been able to diversify. Malami telling us that $1 billion they recovered from looted funds, that they use it for social investment program, they use it for feeding of school children, they use it for cash conditional transfer or something. At the end of the day, we have 133 million Nigerians running into poverty, or dived into poverty. And what is this man telling us? And that's why most of the time I'm always surprised the way this man talk, the vice president, that Nigeria must shift from consumption to production. That is the terminology and the code of a Peter Obi of Labour Party. And you have been in government for how many years? You have not done that. This man will be telling you what they were supposed to do, what they are supposed to do, but they will not do it. He said that nobody should refer him to as a spare tire, that is part of the government. And yet, who are you telling? Are you telling Nigerians, or you need to do what you need to do? I saw one when in an interview that this man granted, Femi Adesina, and he said, "Oh, for the fact that you elected a president does not give you the right to be pushing him round and round. That the president will do what it is good for the people. No, you are going to do what the people want, not what you think is good for the people. Because if you know what is good for the people, for the past 7 years, I see no reason why we are still on this at this junction. We are even retrogressing, not that we are even stagnant. You are telling us, the vice president of a country, that Nigeria must shift from consumption to production. Then what have you been waiting for? This same man will tell us the ease of doing business in Nigeria, and all the foreign investors have left because things are not working in terms of security, in terms of policies that they have been dishing out that are not favorable to the people. Oshibajo stated this in Oka, Anambra State on Friday during a national innovation workshop organized by the Senate Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation. The vice president was represented by the Minister of State for Science and Technology, Henry Iko. According to him, the federal government would continue to support innovation while encouraging investors to think towards commercialization of their innovations. He commended the Senate committee led by Senator Uche Kunife for its passion, noting that the workshop offered a unique platform to Nigerians to rebrand the national innovation ecosystem with emphasis on technology and entrepreneurship. He said, as you are aware, the office of the vice president has been championing the adoption of innovation technology as a key tool to accelerating social economic development in Nigeria. The way to bridge the gap between the poor and the rich, you've been hearing that for God knows when, is by thinking out of the box through innovation and commercialization. Of course, Nigeria will be great only when we bring to shift our emphasis from a consuming nation. We must rely on production, and that is the only way to go. The positive outcome of this workshop will no doubt change the narrative from a dependent nation to a self-reliant country, and indeed promote innovation and social economic benefits. I wish to assure you that all the federal government will continue to make efforts to advance science, technology and innovation. Ekunife, who gave the keynote address, spoke on the theme promotion of local inventors of science, technology and innovation, pointed out that the technology and innovation had continued to change the course of human history, creating quantum prosperity to all who harvest from it. I have no doubt that Nigeria is rich in human capital and has the capacity to bring out the much needed innovation and inventions that will eliminate poverty and lead us to prosperity with a double digit GDP growth. It is a graftily It is gratifying to note that our new development plan, the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, has recognized the important position occupied by SCI in all economic activities of the nation, she added. She said the SCI sector, under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology and Innovation, is supposed to move Nigeria from a resource-based to a knowledge-based economy driven by creativity and innovation. The workshop was attended by Anambra State Governor Professor Charles Soludo, former Senate President and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Pius Ayim, the Speaker of Anambra State of Assembly, Uche Okafor, among others. Soludo urged Nigerians to form a habit of patronizing local inventors, adding that the state government had made it a policy to patronize local inventors. Believe them, oh, at your own peril. Believe them. That is how they will be organizing and organizing. Go and check how much they have spent for that what do they call that workshop. Go and check how much they've spent. As they said this, it will end there. Nothing will happen. You just speak all those grammar, speak what the language you would like to hear. At the end of the day, nothing will happen. When some people say Nigeria is a scam, me I didn't understand. Oh. Now later I come to understand. Say, now these people they be risk scam. They be risk scam. There's no doubt about it. You can imagine they are talking about a consumption, and the same APC people, when they hear it from other people, they will be crying. They cannot even do it because they know the right thing, but they will not do it. They will not even say it. So is this quarter to leave the office? That is when you now recognize or realize that we are supposed to be a production or a producing nation, not a consumption nation. God will help all of you and those who are supporting them. Continue. Oshibajo is indirectly telling Nigerians that it is only Obidati they should vote for because Peter Obi has the vision. Oshibajo is tired of being an OES members eye service to those wicked leaders that has nothing to offer this country, only training touts and thieves into high places. If Oshibajo has his way, he will, of course. Now you can't say, if in a recent put them in a corner and say choose between Tinubu and Peter Obi, as educated as he is, unless maybe otherwise. They always like to play this party loyalty. You will know who is going to choose. They are buying into Obi's vision. These scales are gradually falling off from their eyes. Reality is already done on them. Mantra of change and next level agenda. How their two slogans have affected Nigerians positively, especially the masses, which is about 80% population. Question begging for answer. Similarly, Obidati is a go. Come 2023, Nigeria go get your visas ready. Everyone is repeating Peter Obi's lines. I suggest you all swallow your pride and support His Excellency Peter Obi. He will definitely do well as the president of this country. May God bless His Excellency Peter Obi. Oshibajo, how can you produce without electricity? It is one thing to seek being in power, but it is another thing to know how to resolve the problem. When you visit countries that produce, you mean none of you notice that they have electricity that provide power for industries? Shame on all of you all. Oshibajo is obedient from all indications. This is the man they denied the chances as an experienced VP to lead this country and fix it. Gradually, you are getting obedience, Mr. VP. Now, accept your role as one of the conductors for Peter Obi. For where, now by mouth, oh, how I wish we could learn from the Germans, Japanese and Chinese and stop playing lip service to a production economy. See refinery that they've not been able to do it. They've not been able to build this, and they are crying, they are celebrating that they discover oil, they are launching one thing in one place. You see? It's still gonna be the same. Everybody, you see, just unbelievable. These people.